Hey guys, welcome. I'm Jenna and today we're doing part 3 of my Declutter series. Now you'll probably notice that the audio is a little bit different. That's because I forgot to turn my mic on while recording this video and the next video. So those two are going to be in this type of audio format. So sorry about that. But we're going to start with bronzers first. First bronzer I want to talk about is the e.l.f. I can't remember which bronzer this is, but this is their like essential bronzer or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to keep this one because it's a really nice bronzer. It's got like a nice glowy finish to it. Really good for beginners. So if you're a beginner, you'll really like this one. So next we have the Ulta 3 Dream Duo Baked Bronzer. This one I'm going to keep as well. This one's not new to my collection, but I really haven't used it that much. And same deal, it's a nice glowy bronzer. It has the two different shades, more of like a contour shade and a bronzy shade. I just swirl my brush around in both of them and use it that way, but that's really nice as well. Next I've got this Designer Brands Glow Get 'Em bronzer. This one is pretty much used up. I keep keeping it, thinking that I'll use those tiny little crumbs in the corner, but I'm going to call it and say that it is actually an empty. But this was a really good bronzer. This was pretty much all I used for a really long time. Next we've got the Physicians Formula. I can't actually remember what this one is called, but I'm going to get rid of this one. It's just really powdery and not very bronzy, so it just kind of comes more off as like a highlighter, but it's still really powdery anyway. I don't know, it's not a really nice bronzer to use. It's not even dark enough for my skin tone. And this corner shade in this one here is just so glittery that it puts glitter all over everything and you can't use it any other way. So I'm just gonna get rid of that one. Next is the DB Get Glowing Bronzer. This one I am going to have to use one more time. This one, I did like it when I first used it, but I mean, as you can see there, it's just not very dark and it's not easy to build up. So I'm going to give this one more go. If I don't like it, then I'm going to get rid of it. But for now, I'm going to keep it. Now, this is one I'm definitely keeping. This is the Contour Goals palette by Ulta 3. This is fantastic. All creams, they blend out beautifully and really natural looking on the skin. So I'm definitely going to be keeping that one for sure. And then this one here is the Contour Goals in the powder. So I'm definitely keeping this one as well. I love this palette. The bronzers blend out really nicely, very easy to use. And this highlight shade is really beautiful as an inner corner highlight or even a shimmery shadow. And then this one is the Maybelline City Bronzer. This is another one that I'm keeping. I love this bronzer. It's probably my favorite one. It just goes on, it just gives like the most beautiful look to the skin and it almost looks smoothing on the skin. It's so pretty. And then this one is the NARS Laguna Bronzer. This is just a little travel or sample size of it. Definitely keeping this one as well. This one you do need to be a little bit careful of, only because it is quite pigmented, but I'm still going to keep that one. And I was gifted that by a friend, which is amazing. This one is the Golden Girl palette by DB Cosmetics. This one I'm going to get rid of. I don't really like the highlighter formula in this palette, and the bronzer just kind of comes off a bit orange. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one finally. And then I've got two cream ones. So this is the Rimmel Instafix, something like that. So you've got a bronzer on one side and a highlighter on the other side. I think I'm going to get rid of this one because the bronzer, it kind of just blends away too easily, almost just blends away to nothing. The highlighter is actually quite pretty, but I'm not going to keep it just for a cream highlighter. I would love to, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to get rid of that one as well. And then finally, we have the bronzing stick by DB Cosmetics. I am going to get rid of this one as well, just because I like the formula of the Contour Goals palette a lot more, and this one is fairly old, so yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Next, I have actually found a couple of other products in my daily makeup stash. So these are the two NYX Born to Glow illuminators. I'm keeping them because they are very new to my collection, so I'm definitely keeping those. And then I've also got this Kind blush. The packaging is completely broken now, but I am still keeping this one in my collection. This is a fairly new product to me, so I'm still testing it out. You'll probably see this in an upcoming video as well, but yeah, keeping that in my collection. Okay, so moving on to lip products now, and first I'm going to take out some of the stuff that I know I'm keeping. So all of the NYX butter glosses and the soft matte lip creams, I am going to keep all of them. They're all very new to my collection, so I'll be keeping all of them. Next is this Luna by Luna, I think it's called. It's a matte lipstick. This I'm going to declutter. It's just not the type of shade that I would wear. I don't typically wear, deep shades like that, and also it's a matte lipstick, which I don't typically go for anyway, so that's going. Next are the Rouve Cosmetics lip glosses. I'm keeping all 4 of these. These are amazing. Rouve Cosmetics is an Australian brand, so I would highly recommend that you go and check them out, and they're really affordable. So I'm keeping all 4 of these. Next is the Dermal Therapy Lip Balm in Berry. This one was just on my desk, so I'm including it in here, but it's a really good one. If you have like dry, chapped lips, this is a fantastic one. So, and like, again, really, really cheap, but I just keep this on my desk all the time. Next is the NYX, what is it called? This is Everything Gloss. Lip oil. This is amazing. So definitely going to keep that one. And that's again in like my everyday sort of section. So next I've got the Covergirl Colorlicious gloss. This is my favorite formula of gloss. It is so comfortable on the lips. It feels like an oil, but it doesn't like slip around like some oils do. It's so beautiful, and it has a really lovely shine to it as well. This has been discontinued. I don't believe you can get the Colorlicious glosses anymore. If you can, I'm gonna buy another one. This is in the shade guava, something about guava, but yeah, like I said, I think it's been discontinued, but if I can get my hands on another one of these, I definitely will. This one I have to get rid of because it has expired. It's starting to smell a bit funky, but yeah, fantastic gloss. 100% will repurchase if I can get my hands on it. Next is this NYX Suede Lipstick. I can't remember the shade in this one, and I can't be bothered going to actually get it right now. I was actually given this one, and I haven't really used it. It's not necessarily a shade that I would use all the time. However, I'm going to keep it because it's a beautiful color, and it'll be something that I'll wear like more in autumn or winter. It's like in the middle of summer at the moment, so I'm going to keep that one. Okay, so I'm just grabbing a couple of different lip treatment type of products, but the first one is the e.l.f. lip oil. I got this as a free gift for purchase, and it is so good. It's probably my most used lip product. So basically every time you see me with glossy lips before I put makeup on, this is what I've got on my lips, because it's so nourishing and it just feels really nice on the lips. The next one is another e.l.f. one, and it's the I think it's their lip lacquer. This one I'm a little bit unsure of. I haven't used it enough to really know whether I love it or not. I have used it a couple of times to lighten a lip look, so I think I might keep this one and just test it out a little bit more because it's swatching pretty nice on my hand there. So I'm going to keep that one for now. Next, I've got two DB Cosmetics lip boosts. So that one is meant to be clear, but I've used it so much it's looking pretty manky now, and the other one is just like a nice light pink shade. This one I'm going to get rid of because I have had it for a while and it's just looking a little bit gross, but they're such good lip products. They're plumping glosses or plumping treatments. And when they say plumping, like, they're not going to make your lips look bigger, but they kind of plump them in a way that makes the lines on your lips less visible. They look so pretty and they're relatively cheap. So I would definitely recommend picking up one. But this pink one I'm going to still keep. And yeah, I love this formula. It's one of my favorite lip products, so definitely keeping that one. Next, I've got the Spectrum Collections Bullet Lipstick in the shade Jupiter. This is a beautiful lipstick. I'm definitely keeping this one. It's just a really pretty, almost like orangey type of red. I actually wore this on Christmas Day and I got some compliments, so yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. And then we also have the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick. This one is in the shade Beso, and I'm keeping this one as well. This is a really pretty shade. It's more of like a brighter red, and it's not like overly drying either. I tend to not wear a lot of liquid lipsticks, but the Stila one isn't too bad. It doesn't feel super drying. Now this one is a newer product. It's a lipstick from Kind Beauty. I'll be featuring all of those products in an upcoming video, so you'll be able to see that in action, but so I'm going to keep that for now. Next is a Raw Cosmetics one. This one is in, I don't have it with me, something almond. It is so beautiful. This was the only lipstick that I would use for such a long time, but this one, it's just expired. I can't use it anymore, but it is a beautiful shade. This would be like one of the absolute perfect nudes for me, but I'm going to have to get rid of that one. Next, a couple of Juvia's Place lipsticks. So we've got the gloss and the liquid lip. This one here is the lip gloss in the shade Petty Betty. This one I'm keeping in my collection because it's a nice, pretty pinky sort of gloss. I don't tend to go for pink glosses too much, but this is a nice one. So I'm going to keep this one in my collection. And then the liquid lip, the shade is Shakara, and this one I'm a little bit undecided on. This is going to be another one of those products that I need to try again and make up my mind, just because it's a little bit orange on my skin. It looks a little bit unusual once it's on my lips, and I think this is one of those shades that is going to be better suited for people with deeper complexions, but not necessarily mine, just because the shade, it just looks a little bit off. Now the two DB lipsticks, this one is a long wear lipstick in the shade Nude Cocoa. This is one of my favorite shades. It's so pretty on the lips. Yeah, it's a nice formula as well. When it says long wear, it's not super long wearing, so don't be fooled with that, but beautiful, absolutely beautiful, keeping that one. And then the next one is a moisturizing lipstick in the shade, I think it's Antique Rose. I'm just not a huge fan of the shade of that one, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Now this one is a Becca Gloss. I can't remember what the actual name of it is. I don't know if it's a plumping gloss, but it feels like one because it's got that really minty sort of feeling to the lips. But yeah, it's a nice gloss, so I'm going to keep that one as well. And then I've got these 3 Clara Cosmetics liquid lips. So these are fairly new to my collection and I haven't actually used any of them yet. This one, it's not like a shade that I would use a lot, so I think I'm going to get rid of that one. And then this one here I'm going to keep. This one, again, it's like a nude, but it's this really purpley, like, can you see the swatches there, how that has like a purpley sort of tone to it? So I'm going to keep that one. And then this one has completely dried up in the tube. Like you can probably see it's all crusty looking. I haven't even used this, but for whatever reason, it's all dried up. So I'm going to get rid of that one as well. And then this one is a MAC liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Burnt Spice. So this is actually a really pretty one. This is the only MAC lip product that I actually own, and I was given this by a friend, but I'm definitely going to keep this because it's got a really nice tone to it. It's not super pink, it's not super brown. It kind of leans more towards the pinky side, which the swatches really don't do it justice, but it's got a really nice tone to it, and it's a nice formula, not overly drying, so I'm going to keep that. And then this one is a L'Oreal, I can't remember what exactly it is, but it's a L'Oreal lip gloss. This was like one of the first lip glosses that I really fell in love with. It's a really nice formula, but it is starting to smell a little bit like it has turned, so I'm going to have to declutter that one. It was my like everyday lipstick. I would literally just have this in my bag all the time. Moving on to lip liners now, and the first 2 are both from Juvia's Place. This one is the shade So Rare. The swatches are confusing because they kind of should be flipped. So Rare is more of a brownie one, and then this one here, which is the shade Sweet Nothing, is more of a reddy kind of one. I'm going to keep both of these because the formula of them is fantastic. You barely even need to touch the skin for these to actually show up. So they're beautiful and they don't go anywhere. Like, they're really nice liners, so I'm going to keep both of them. The next one is the Emco Beauty. I think it's just their universal liner. There isn't actually a shade. That one I'm going to keep. That's kind of like my everyday lip liner. A lot of the time I will just use that and fill my lips with it and then just put a gloss over the top. The next one is a Designer Brands lip liner in the shade Beige Rose. That's just a nice sort of pinky toned one. Really nice formula as well, so that one I'm going to keep. And then this one is the Mina Lip Pencil. I don't know what shade this is in, 503 it says. So this one I had decided to declutter, but I went back on that and I was sort of umming and ahhing about it, and then I ultimately decided that I wanted to get rid of it, but now I've decided to keep it. I figured I don't use lip liners all that often, but I do like the shade of that, and it's like the pinkest toned one that I have, and I don't have anything else like it. They're all fairly similar because they're all nudes, but yeah, I still decided that I wanted to keep that one. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to leave it here for this video. Sorry again for having to voice over the entire video, but the next one will be the same because I recorded them kind of in the same session. So again, sorry, but thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, thank you again, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.